Hey friends, this is Jill.
And this is Courtney, and welcome to this week's episode of This Just Got Weird.
You know who made it.
Thank you for joining us on the podcast. I've realized I'm super loud, so I'm going to try to chill out.
No, just be yourself.
Okay.
Because I am never loud.
That's why we compliment each other.
Well, even when I am feeling loud, I still am not loud.
Yeah, that's fair. I just feel like I'm pretty loud. A lot of times when I'm editing, I have to like turn my voice down.
And turn mine way
and then
up.
turn it up. Yeah, like turn yours up, turn mine down. I guess that's why we compliment each other so nicely. Our personalities have combined sexually.
No, not sexually.
Platonic sexually.
It's not even a thing.
Well, it is now. Do you have any new news?
Let's see.
Aside from the fact that you're leaving me for the rest of the
I was
week?
just going to say, my soccer duties start on Thursday. Don't give me that look.
I'm in distress.
I told you to come with me.
I am a damsel. I need rescued by Prince Hans
Oh my God.
of the Southern Isles.
No, Aiden and I are headed to the beautiful St. George, Utah
Very nice.
for a soccer tournament.
Very nice. Good luck to Aiden on that. We're just waiting on our approval letter so we can start throwing some offers down on homes. We found some cute homes, but yeah, not a lot going on.
No, it's been a pretty chill.
We watched the first episode of Solo Leveling.
Oh my God. Did you guys watch it?
Did you guys watch Solo Leveling?
Because if you know, you know.
Episode 1. Come forth. Oh my God.
The way his voice just like.
Oh, and his
deepened.
eyes like darken. When it says in books like his eyes are darkened, it's Genu. It's Genu when he's like, arise.
I know.
Oh my God. I'm like in tears right now over how hot. And we're on the couch in Jill's home. We're not alone. We need to watch it alone when we're by ourselves. Because
I know, because my husband was there, and then Radar was just needing to be in everybody's face.
And we're just sitting there trying to appreciate the
storyline.
the art. The art in that show is just beautiful.
Perfection.
So the voice acting, my God, great. That's an actual masterpiece. As
Yeah.
is most shows we watch. But
I mean, pretty much.
that's all our week consisted of. Speaking of our personalities meshing, today's episode is of the 4 personality colors. So there is this personality quiz or personality theory. There's 4 colors that define
A person?
like
kind of like your personalities, and like, because your stepdad, Father Dallin,
Father Dallin.
he's the one that talked about it first, because he said he uses this on his customers.
Yeah, so Dallin is a sales rep. He's always been in sales, and he read this book about the 4 personality types, and they define them in colors. So there is blue, there's yellow, sometimes gold, there's red, that's sometimes orange, and there's green. And you usually fall into one of those mainly, kind of like the love languages like we were talking about, but you kind of fall into one of the colors mainly, and then you can have other traits of other ones. But so those are the main ones, is blue, red, yellow, green. We can start going into what each one is, and then we'll tell you which ones we are. So
Yeah. So blue means you're more of a cautious, precise, deliberate, questioning, and formal
person, and that's on a good day. So those are the good traits
those
of
are
the blue.
good traits. So the bad traits of a blue is that you're stuffy, indecisive, suspicious, cold, and reserved.
Stuffy.
Stuffy.
They got the allergies.
They can't make a decision because they got stuffy.
And so then red people tend to be on a good day, a positive day. Red people tend to be competitive, demanding, determined, strong-willed, and purposeful. Some of their negative traits is that they can be aggressive, controlling, driving, overbearing, and intolerant.
I feel like demanding and aggressive are
I
kind
thought
of
that
the
too.
same.
I was like, demanding doesn't seem like a positive trait,
Yeah.
but
I demand you do this.
it depends
that's a good
on,
thing.
like, demanding.
I guess like if you
It
demand
depends.
respect.
Yes, yeah, like you're demanding of the audience. Like you're on stage and
Yeah.
you demand their presence. Like I
Yeah.
think it can be both ways, but
Yeah.
when we hear it, we're like, "Oh God,
I know.
don't demand nothing of me unless
I
you're
don't want
Genu.
anything.
I will arise."
So if you're green on a good day, caring, encouraging, sharing, patient, and relaxed, but on a bad day you are docile, bland, plotting, reliant, and stubborn.
Stubborn. It's funny that you're kind of like docile but stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the gold or yellow. Positive traits being sociable, dynamic, demonstrative, enthusiastic, and persuasive. And then some of the negatives, excitable, which I didn't think
I
was a
don't
bad
think
thing.
that's bad.
Frantic, indiscreet, flamboyant,
don't
and
think-
hasty.
I don't think flamboyant's a bad one.
I love flamboyance, so.
I do too.
Careful. Maybe some nudes in there.
It's like, yeah.
We're on my iPad today
Cover
because
your
we're having
eyes.
notes, but it popped up in my pictures. Don't look. I'm going to
not
see some
looking.
2D nudity.
Oh my God.
You can look again. I saved it. Yeah, so those are the 4 main colors and kind of their traits that go along with them. And I think typically you can fall under one specific one for the most part, and then you kind of like have the other ones. Everyone's got a little bit of all 4, except for me. I have 0 blue. I had 1% blue.
Yeah, and Allie, she also.
Allie was prominent in the gold.
Yeah, she was like
So-
high up on the gold. And then
Yeah.
Haley and I, we were pretty even amongst the 4.
Yeah. So we'll give you about 4 seconds to guess what our colors are. I think everyone who I've asked has guessed mine, and I guessed yours.
Yeah, you did.
I think Allie did
Allie,
too.
I think
yeah.
Allie did too.
So I got a 47% in, that was my main one, red. Weird.
And I was 39%, I think, green.
Yeah. So, yeah, I fell under red. My next one was green. Your next one was red, right? Or was it yellow?
Think so. I don't know. You took a screenshot of it.
Oh. Okay. So you were 35% green, 28 blue, 20 red, and 17 yellow. And I was 47 red, 33% green, 16% yellow, and 4% blue.
Oh.
So I misspoke. I had 4% blue. But yeah, so we had a few different people take this quiz, and I don't know if any of you guys have taken it, but it's cool, the different, like you can almost tell what someone's going to get before they get it. And someone made a comment that it would be more wise to have, like, someone else take the quiz for you. But I feel like then they wouldn't really know your true, like, because how you perceive yourself can be different than how other people perceive you, but only you know internally how you're feeling.
Yeah, because some of the questions were like, how do people see you in this situation? I'm like, I have no clue. And it was like calm, stressed, or whatever.
Well,
and
see,
I'm like,
I feel like the questions were really, because there is some quizzes where they're more like, how do people perceive you, or how are you truly feeling in a stressful situation?
Yeah.
And I felt like the one that we took was actually pretty good about being like, how do you feel when there's chaos happening?
yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like this one was pretty good. We took a quiz just online, a free quiz. There's also a few books that you can read about the personality types. There's one I want to read. It's called Surrounded by Idiots. And it's
I think
almost
I've
like,
heard of that.
have you?
Yeah.
So the cover is like 4 people, and they're all in the 4 personality colors, like the different colors. And what I got from the little, what's the blurb? Is that what it's called? The blurb. What I got from the blurb was that people really, really struggle communicating amongst each other and think the other person's like stupid or not understanding them. And it's really just that they're completely different types of communicators. So you can read that.
I mean, that's the point of this with Dallin, because he is a sales. So he said this was more easy for him to talk to these different groups.
Yeah, once he understood their personality type.
Yeah, because he's pretty good at it. Like he can judge, like after talking to somebody, like,
Oh, I agree.
you're a red, so I need to
I need to be
do
more.
this.
Yeah, I have some tips later on how to communicate with each specific color. So I think when you're in sales, that is a good good tip. And I think there's books based. I'm looking into your soul.
I know. I'm like,
sorry, you're scaring me.
I'm just like, books. I like the books.
I think there's books specifically geared towards like sales, using these tactics to do sales. And then I don't know about the Surrounded by Idiots one, but I want to read that. We should read that together. Another one I found, and that one's by Thomas Erickson. Notice how both authors of these books are Tom.
I was just thinking that. I was like, well, I think the other guy is Tom,
Yeah.
too.
The other book I found, there's a ton. These are just some notable ones. The 4 Color Personalities for MLM. Multi-level marketing. But I think, sales in general or marketing in general. And that one's by Tom Big Al Schrader.
I like how his middle name's Big Al.
Yeah. But so you can find out your specific color types on those websites. A lot of them weren't free.
No, and it was annoying because you'd get through the whole damn quiz and then it'll be like, pay $5.99 to find out your results.
Subscribe for $1.99
No,
and a
asshole.
monthly fee of
I
$5.
want to know now.
Yeah, it was stupid. So we did finally find a free one. I can't remember which one it's on, but you can find them online
Yeah,
easy.
and it's weird too because I sent that link to my kids to have them do it, and it sent Isley to an alien quiz.
The aliens from last week are coming to
I
abduct
know.
her.
And she's like, I go,
Oh no.
And she's like, it's about alien, like if I'm an alien or not. And I'm like, oh, what if it's the aliens?
The twin! The twin theory!
Oh!
One of them's an alien. They got the wrong twin. It's Aiden.
I love how you're so set that it's Aiden.
Aiden means alien.
I actually didn't name him. Ethan did.
I think we were talking about this, though. Like, Aiden would for sure be like a red and a green personality, right?
Yeah.
Or red and yellow?
He would be green and red.
For sure. And then
And then-
Lars. I did make Lars take the quiz. Lars is for sure red. And I think Benny is probably green and yellow.
I think Ethan would be blue and yellow.
I think Ethan's the only blue person I know.
And I think Isley would be blue and
blue,
yellow.
partially
Yeah.
blue and
Yeah.
yellow. Yeah, Benny green and yellow because he's very guided by like emotion, and he's kind and he's thoughtful and intuitive like you. So
Yeah.
he dips into red a little bit, like when he gets around people that he is really comfortable with. But as much as I don't like to believe I am, I'm a pretty sociable person.
You really are. That's why I half the time will just sit back and let you do it because I'm like, I'm not.
Well, we were saying that today. That's why we're such a good team, because Jill will sit and like think things through and come up with solutions. And then by the end of her thought process, she has the solutions. And then I sit and scream and not scream, but I sit and like rattle off ideas, and I'm talking and I'm demanding apparently until I come to the solution. But then we just mesh. We
complement.
we intertwine, and we're a wonderful team.
Because I think that's important too with these kind of personality. Like, because I've known people that are like way blue or, whatever. And it's like, I cannot work with you.
Right.
Because in the nursing field, you deal with all sorts of people. And it's funny because like engineers are very blue people. So you would know like, okay, they're going to need their cup at a certain angle. They need to know these answers. They need to have their medications at this time. Like you just know because that's
It's
just
almost
how
like they're on
built.
a schedule.
Yeah, and that's just how their mind works. Where you have like older population is probably going to be between a green and a red because they've lived the life. They're like now just like they can be demanding or they can just be all over the place, and you're just like, what is going on with you?
Older population as in like who? What do you mean like?
Like the elderly, like like the 60, 70.
I think I would see the older people more as like a, what'd you say, red green?
It really depends.
I wonder if it's generational.
I was
like
just
if
gonna
certain
say, I bet
generations
it's
are,
more
or if you
generational.
just, or if because you and Ethan are obviously the same age, and he's very blue, whereas you're very green, and it's, I don't know. Lars and I are both
You're both red.
Yeah, which is funny, but we're a different type of red. I think our other ones, our other personality type kind of shifted. He was more red and then yellow, I think, and I was more red and then green. But I don't know. I don't know if it's generational or if it's like,
I bet it is.
I think it for sure has to deal with like how you're raised, how you're,
Oh yeah, there's like, well,
I don't know, because like Benny's growing up with me and he's definitely more reserved.
Well, and that's so funny too because
And your kids are complete opposite.
Yeah, what we always joke that Aiden looks like Ethan, but he acts like me.
Yep.
Isley looks like me, but acts like Ethan.
Yep.
And they were raised in the same household, the same way.
Yep. Totally opposite. So it's got to be how you're born. Like it's got to be some.
It's got to be like
internal
a
how
genetic.
you're medical. How your brain works.
I am medical. I am medical. So I know it all.
You are
apparently.
medicine. You are doctor of medicine
You
and life.
are life.
You are
nurse.
four-color personality.
All of it.
Olives.
Olives.
You wear olives on your fingers.
I guess that's just a good example that sometimes, I mean, and they've done studies on this. If you have two people, separate them, put them in different situations, they grow up differently. But if you put them in, the same situation, they usually kind of grow up the same.
It's like the concept for murderers. Nature versus nurture.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's a little bit of both, probably. So some effective ways to communicate with each color. I'll read mine if you want to read yours.
Okay.
So and then we'll go into the other ones. But to communicate with a red person, such as myself, you need to be direct, to the point, present confidence, like be confident. I feel bad about this one, but people, for me, when you're speaking to me, avoid long-windedness and ambiguity. So
Yeah, when we're in meetings and somebody just keeps going on and on, you glaze.
I know, and I feel bad even when it's like not a meeting. If someone's just telling me a story and it takes so long, I do not mean to do this. And I put my phone down. I try to provide my uninterrupted attention, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I trail off. I start thinking about the next thing that needs to happen or the next thing I need to do or that we need to talk about. And you know that I jump into conversations and then I feel bad. And I'm like, please tell me what you were going to say because I feel so bad. But that's just who I am. So, I like that it said to be confident, though, like when you're speaking to a red person, because I almost feel like if you're not, you can get like overran. So I like that. I think Lars and I work so well together because I'm a strong personality and I'm just like, I need to do this. I need to do this. And he's like, you need to chill the fuck out is what you need to do. Like he can straight up tell me that. And because he's so confident in it, I'm like, you right. Let's figure this out.
See, and I am a red in the listening aspects because if you're telling, or if I am a red when I am talking to somebody because I am just direct and to the point.
Yeah.
Like Ethan hates
Well, and you did have a lot of red in your
because it annoys Ethan when I'm like, oh, so and so, did this, and then he'll ask questions. I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask him a question and I'll be like, I will literally have to tell him this is a yes or no question. I don't need a story in between.
Yeah. That's probably why we communicate efficiently because you also can be like direct and to me where I need it. But you don't like interrupt people. You don't like you're a very good listener.
I try not to.
You don't. Yeah, you're good. That's where you're green.
I try.
And
sometimes I will, and I'm like, ooh, I just interrupted.
You really,
I feel bad.
Yeah. No, you really don't. You're really good at it. You're a good communicator.
I try. It's because my children do it all the time, so I'm like
one of
very
your
mindful
child is
of
red.
it. Yeah, he is.
So for green,
you have to be friendly, empathetic, and patient. Be interested, but avoid aggression and dominance. Which I'm like, be friendly, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's fair because like. I think I view that differently than you because it's you know? But when I'm seeing people communicate with you, I can see where that's coming from. Like, people need to be, like, they need to not run over your feelings with their own. Like, they need to be open to the fact that you have feelings too, and you need to, like, have them hurt. Like, I'm just thinking of, like, in relationship types wise, like.
I'm trying to think, like, when I have conversations with people, it's like.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, with Ethan, it's like he needs, like, direct, like, clear solution, whatever, and you're like, I just need you to know how I feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like I have
and there's
to tell
nothing bad
him,
about that.
No. Like I have to tell him I'm just venting. I don't want advice.
Yeah.
I just need to get off my chest.
Yeah. And you just need to know that he's heard it.
But yeah, like if you come at me with aggression and dominance, I will fucking put you in your place.
As you should.
Because
And that's what I think it's saying is like you're not going to accept that in a conversation. You're not going to put up with it. Like, you'll shut down. You'll be like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, because you've seen it when I've talked to certain people and they'll like try to like overone me and I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
I actually know what I'm talking about, so shut up.
Yeah. And I think that's what it means. Not that you'll like cower to it, but that you're not going to put up with it. And at that point, the conversation is done.
Yeah.
Like the second someone acts like that towards you, you're like, nope, okay, we're done.
I've had several people, like, I was mad. I don't know. It was like a really chaotic day, and everybody was coming at me. And one of the providers was like, I need this mixed up. And I looked him straight in the face and I said, do you see me working right now? And he's like, yes. And I said, I told you I would get to it in a minute. Has it been a minute? He's like, no. And I was like, go back to that side. I will be there in a minute.
Hell yeah.
And then everybody was just like, I've never seen Jill mad.
It's very few and far between.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get me pissed off.
But once you are, you're
Yeah, I've reached my limit.
Yeah. I think that's like a misconception is like the colors, like I get where they were going with each color for each description.
Right.
But I don't think like I feel like green you would think, "Oh, they're so calm," and but I think it just means you're like a very emotional feeler. Like you are not going to put up with shit at all.
Yeah.
like
I will be empathetic. Like somebody
you
will
are.
come to me with a problem, and
Yes.
I will try to help them. But if they like will have an excuse or whatever that they don't want to do that, then I always say, well, if you don't want to fix it, don't ask me
Yep.
for help.
Yep. You say that
Because
to
it's
everybody
like,
and I love it.
Why ask for help if you're not going to do it?
Or not even ask for help because they don't half the time ask for help. They just complain.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if you don't have a solution, then don't complain about it.
Yeah, because then I will always turn around and them like, well, what's the fix?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, then,
All right.
then you can't complain.
Nope.
You don't have a solution. So.
Yeah. So another one so that's how to communicate with a red and a green. To communicate with a blue person, you need to be very clear, well prepared prior to the conversation. That will help them. Give time for them to go through everything. And sometimes even write it out. And this actually, when I was looking into this one said for a blue person to avoid emotion.
Yes.
Like, put your emotion aside and just speak clear facts.
Yes.
They don't want to hear, what about what? They don't want the semantics. They just want clear facts. And then they can come to a solution.
This is Ethan.
Yeah.
Like anytime I want to do something, it's like, no. But if I'm like, okay, well, if we do this, then we can do A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't work, we can take this route and then go around and do I
Yeah.
have to like have a presentation.
Which it makes so much sense for his personality.
Yeah.
when-
I mean, his field is communication.
Yeah.
So he needs all the details. He
Yep.
needs to know what exactly is happening, what
Yep.
happens if it doesn't go right. And he doesn't like, if you start like getting angry or anything like that, he's just like, he'll shut down and he's like, okay, I'm not going to
I'm
listen.
done with this. Yeah. I was racking my brain. I feel like it's so rare to be a true blue person because I was racking my brain trying to think of anyone, and the only person I could think of was Ethan.
Yeah.
And probably everyone that he works with.
I was just going to say, I
You're
think
probably
most
surrounded.
people at the INL are that way,
That's cool.
which, I mean, that's their job. Like,
And that's why they're there. That's why they're in that
and
position
I mean,
because
I
they have
think
that type of personality.
you can also say doctors are this way too, because
I could see that.
when when I worked on the floor, like if there was an issue, I had to call them with the patient's name, remind them what they had done, what their prior was, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on now, and then ask for whatever.
And I wonder if they start that way, like when you go into your schooling and then training, and then after all that training, it almost molds your personality to be more blue.
I think so, because I think that's why I am like to the point when I talk to certain people.
'cause you know they
because
need that.
That's all they need, and that's all
Yep.
I want to give, because it's like you don't need anything else.
So you communicate blue as well.
I can. I'm a chameleon.
You're a very diverse person. You're a chameleon.
comes with the
You're a
age.
lobster. No, not a lobster.
I'm a lobster. Okay.
Whatever the fuck other animal changes color.
Just a chameleon.
No,
isn't
there's
it?
a sea animal.
Oh,
There's gotta be
an
one.
octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did I say? A lobster.
a lobster.
It's because I'm hungry. Oh, octopus is good though.
I know they are.
So is lobster.
Yeah.
And then yellow.
Yellow, which I thought was interesting, to communicate with them, be enthusiastic, open, flexible, and open to ideas, but avoid being rigid and too formal. Which I think sometimes I talk this way to Ethan, like, I have this great idea, we should do it. And he's just like, whoa. No. I'll be
So do you
like,
think he's slightly yellow as well?
I think so.
I could see that with like Allie. Hi, Allie.
Hi.
We use her as an example a lot because she's always with us, and we're like, oh, do this for the pod. But Allie was very, very, very yellow.
Almost 100%.
She had the highest percentage of one color than anybody that took the quiz around us. And we had a bunch of people take it today. So she was like in the 60s, 70s of yellow. And with her, I was thinking like being too rigid or formal in a conversation and avoiding that makes sense for her because she would get emotional, and not in a bad way. She would get emotional and feel attacked and feel like she's doing something wrong if you come at her like that. Like, if you keep it casual, not like a, hey, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, like when we're in our office and they're in theirs, and we always say, hey, come hang out in our office.
Yeah, so we don't scare. And we've been trying to be that way with more people, but I think Allie's first instinct when you come at her too formally is like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Oh, what did
it's
I
like,
do?
no, you're not in trouble at all. Like, we
Like,
just
we
want to
just
talk.
wanted to
We just
hang
want to
out.
hang out with you.
Like,
Come,
I actually
come
just
take
had a
this dumbass
question.
quiz for
Yeah,
us.
like, nothing bad.
No. So those are all the effective ways to communicate with each personality type, each color. And I think they're very important. Like, not only in your workspace, like definitely in a workplace setting, for sure. So you can learn how to work with other coworkers. You can, learn how to work with however your supervisor is, but also in day-to-day relationships too, like with you and Ethan, like when you need to communicate or come to a solution together.
I should show him this and be like, when you talk to me, I need you to be friendly and empathetic.
I think you should.
And patient.
I think you should. So the site that I got most of this information off of, I loved it, and I'm gonna read these books. I meant to read them before we recorded, but I am gonna read them now. This one was on Test Group, and it's the 4 colors. So you can go on to Test Group and find. But you should have him read this and go through it.
I am.
And then maybe he'll.
I think he did it. I think they had to do it once.
It makes sense because
Like
it's
a staff meeting or something like that.
It's really prominent in like leadership and team building, and I don't think it'd be bad for us to make our office do it.
I was just thinking maybe we should
as a
make
team
it
building
an
exercise.
office thing.
A requirement. Take this test and send us your results so we know how to. I think it would help us.
I think it would
like
be great
in
for
leadership, it'd be good to know like what your underlings.
Your minions.
My underlings.
Come, underlings.
I am king of the mountain. But I think it'd be good to know what people are in a workplace setting. And then for Lars and I, it's funny that we're both red. Now that we took the test, I can see it.
How much red was he?
About the same as I.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then green.
I'm really it's interesting that you guys work so well together.
Our love
too.
languages are almost exactly mirrored as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan and I are in the Ethan and
You
I
guys
are
are ops.
opposite and always.
See, that's funny though, because you can either be in a relationship and be like opposites attract, or you can be like 2 peas in a pod, and both of them work, clearly. Yeah. I said this in our love language thing. Like, Lars and I don't fight. We just for being 2 red personalities, you think we would. And lately we've been butting heads a little more, but I think we both have so much trauma.
And that brings people together too.
Trauma bonded. No, but so much trauma over parents fighting and just aggression and being disrespectful in front of your kids and stuff that we're just it's not worth that. This is not a topic to fight over, so we just don't. We literally don't. I hate when he's mad at me. He hates when I'm mad at him, and we just don't. We get over it fast.
Yeah, I mean that's what communicating is for.
Yeah.
But
so you guys are opposites.
We are totally opposites.
And we are 2
way.
peas in a pod. What are you and I? Platonic.
We are yin and yang.
We are. Yes. Like Gojo and Geto.
Yep.
Which brings us to our favorite time of the podcast.
You know what time it is.
It's time to guess our favorite characters, what they would be. What would they be? Prince Hans. He's just a gray black hole. He is a deceiver. He's a manipulator.
I need to both. I need he's a red.
And blue. Because he's cold.
Yeah.
And suspicious.
For sure.
Okay, Hans is red and blue.
What about Princess Anna?
Oh, I think she's yellow.
I think she's green.
Green and yellow?
Yeah.
I could see that. Because she's excitable.
Yeah, but she's also encouraging and caring because she cared about her sister and that kind of stuff.
That's true. What about Denji from Chainsaw Man.
Oh. Maybe green and red?
I was thinking yellow and red, so we share a red for sure.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that because he's like enthusiastic and he's like really excitable and really
Yeah, I would agree. Yellow and red.
and he's not very caring about anyone other than himself
No,
and Pochita.
the more I thought of it, I was like,
Yeah.
Except for Pochita. That was it. Demon dog.
Dog demon.
Dog demon. What
Speaking of
about-
demon dogs,
What about Megami?
Megami is green and blue. Melancholy.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Your turn.
What about... This one's easy. Bakugo.
Red.
What? Like, he's 100%.
If anyone got 100% red, it'd be Bakugo. Yeah, Bakugo's red. For sure.
What about Shoto?
Shoto's red and white. So
Dad
stupid.
joke.
Shoto's not red at all.
I think he'd be green and blue.
I could see that. Yeah, I would agree. Green and blue.
Yeah.
Deku, green and yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Green and
More
yellow.
yellow than green. Like, yellow would be the top.
Yeah. Hawks, I think, would be yellow. Yellow and red.
Ooh. I think green and red.
Okay. That's fair. I just think yellow because he's so passionate
Yeah, but he
Like-
was also like
and he sticks true to his morals. Well, kind of. He's a spy.
loose morals.
Lucifer. Sukuna.
Red.
No, remember we were talking about this.
That's right.
That Sukuna would appear red because he is like literally red, but that he would be blue because he's so calculated
That's right.
and precise with his cuts.
And suspicious.
He's suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Captain Levi, my current number one husband.
Oh.
I'm rewatching Attack on Titan and I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, I gotta relive that again.
It's like a yearly thing for me. It's going to become my every January, February depression.
I think he'd be like a green blue.
I was thinking Commander Ervin's blue. And I feel like him and Levi are kind of, they're the same, but they're opposite in ways.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like he'd be green yellow. And then Commander Ervin would be blue mainly. And then, maybe green, but not very much. Like he's mostly blue, Commander Ervin. And then Levi's
Except
mostly
when I'm around.
green or yellow. Oh. Whoa.
Well,
Commander Ervin, watch yourself or Jill's gonna find your zipper.
what about
Else-
Inosuke?
Inosuke's red. Red and green. No, red and yellow.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
Red and yellow. Elsa.
Ooh. I would say she's blue and green.
I was gonna say blue and yellow. So either, yeah. So mostly blue. Aaron. Red. Red and blue.
Red and blue.
Blue for sure, because he's so smart and calculated.
Yes, and he turned very cold at the end.
He did. But deep down he wasn't. He had a little bit of yellow shine through his heart. Because he really did it for his friends. I can't get into this right now. I will cry. I will physically
I
shed
know.
tears. I can't even watch it because every
Your
time I
eyes are
see
getting-
I'm
This is-
obsessed.
This is the whole reason why I haven't started rewatching it.
It's
I
worse.
can't.
It's worse.
I know because you know.
It's so hard every time I see Captain Levi, just knowing he's going to be alone. Aaron's going to die.
Spoiler alert, by the way, if you've never seen
Oh,
it.
yeah. Spoiler alert. Don't watch Attack on Titan and listen to us. Watch it first. They all fucking die. Aaron dies. Captain doesn't die when he should have died. He's all alone. Fuck Gobby. God. What's Gobby? She's a red. She's a brown for shit. Fucking poor bitch.
You again?
Toji. Ass.
Oh,
Brown.
Blue. Blue. Black.
Black for his black heart. Gojo. Gojo's
Gojo's
red and blue, duh. Who makes the purple? They use that's symbolism. Symbolism. He's red as he's faking it, and then blue on the inside.
But he's also green.
Well, he is green, but that's like one of his lower ones. He's red and blue. Gato, blue,
Blue.
and
Blue and green.
blue and green. Gojo, blue and red. Yeah.
Tiana.
Oh, I've only seen that like once, so I don't think I have a say
That's
in.
my favorite movie.
Yeah.
She would totally be. I think she. Ooh, oh,
Yellow.
green. I think
Yellow.
she'd be a green and red again.
Oh, okay.
Because she was
What about
strong-willed
Prince
because-
Naveen?
Oh, he's yellow.
Okay.
Ariel.
Ooh. Ariel. Green and red? Or yellow and red?
I would say yellow and red.
Yellow and red. Mostly yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
What
could see that.
about Prince Eric?
Prince Eric! Prince Eren of Paradis. Prince Eric Green?
Yeah, I'd say he's more like a green yellow.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of the Disney people are green and yellow. A lot of the anime characters are red. And then
Which makes sense.
yeah, a lot of anime red and blue, and then Disney green and yellow. That does make total
Yeah,
sense.
because you want happy, cheery, encouraging movies for Disney because kids are watching. And then the rest of it is.
Yeah. Loving, cheerful. Inumaki. Oh. Yeah, Toge.
See, and that's hard because
He
he
doesn't
doesn't speak.
Salmon roe.
Bonito flakes.
Mustard leaf. Mustard on a beet. Maybe he's yellow for mustard. I think he's green for sure. He's very intellectual. He
think-
thinks before
yeah.
he speaks. He has to.
Well, he doesn't have a choice in that matter.
But I think he's just so caring. He is relaxed. He's patient. He's calm. And then maybe a tiny bit of like yellow and blue.
See, I would say green and blue.
Okay. But mostly green, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
very green. Yeah. Do you have a random fact
Do
for us?
I have a random fact for you?
Okay.
Did you know it is possible to die from laughing?
Oh, I didn't, but I hope that's how I die.
They say laughter is the best medicine.
I'm actually getting teary-eyed.
Very emotional today.
I want to die like that.
It says there are a handful of reported cases, usually due to intense laughter causing a heart attack or suffocation.
Damn, you choke on your own laugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. People have also been known to faint from laughing, which can lead to injuries. Some narcoleptic patients report temporary losses of consciousness triggered by laughter or other strong emotions.
So they already have narcolepsy and then they laugh and have another episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And there are
sad.
some very rare fatal brain conditions that can cause uncontrollable laughter.
Oh, it's like in that
Oh, that.
episode of My Hero Academia where the one
Yes.
guy's quirk was uncontrollable laughter. Mm-hmm. Gotta bring it back. Is that what you were going to say?
No. What?
Because you were like, oh, that. Is
Yeah.
that what you were going to say,
Yeah.
that episode? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I really hope that's how I die.
It's not the worst way to go.
No, you die laughing?
I don't know.
I hope I
but if
die
you
making
laugh-
someone else laugh. I'm a giver.
That actually I could see you trying to do.
Yeah, I gotta be a giver. Someone's on their deathbed. I'm just like, just making.
Like, let me tell you some jokes.
let
and
me hit you with my stand-up comedy.
Go, Cross.
I'm not even funny. I'm just vulgar. Catches people off
No,
guard.
You're funny.
All right.
Well, that's all we had for this week. Please follow us on our socials.
Social media.
Shushos.
Follow us on social media at so you can find us on Instagram and Threads at This Just Got Weird Pod.
And on TikTok at This Just Got Weird Pod. And then we just started a Facebook page.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it last week. We made a Facebook page, so go follow us on there. It's literally just This Got Weird, maybe pod. I don't remember. We're trying to make a website, but those are the main ones we use. We'd love for you to reach out to us. Tell us
Yeah.
what you like. Tell us what you don't like. And we're going to be doing a giveaway really soon. We're trying to work out the details of it, but we're going to do a giveaway. So
Yes.
stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you next week. Bye.